Long before necromancy was feared, it was respected. In the earliest civilizations, Sumer, Egypt, and Greece, death was not an ending. It was a border. Priests, oracles, and shamans stood at that border, listening. Necromancy began as a sacred act, speaking with ancestors for wisdom, prophecy, and guidance. The dead were not servants. They were elders. In Greece, necromancers traveled to caves called necromanteia, where spirits were consulted before wars and kings were crowned. In Egypt, the dead were carefully preserved so the soul could return and advise the living. Even early astrology and necromancy were intertwined, both sought knowledge written beyond the physical world. But history shifted. As empires fell and religions rose, necromancy changed from communion to control. What was once conversation became command. The dead were no longer asked, they were forced. That is when necromancy gained its reputation as forbidden. And this is where the rules were written. The first rule, the do. Necromancy must begin with respect. You do not summon out of curiosity or ego. You do it for wisdom, closure, or balance. The dead are not tools. They are memory. The first don't. Never attempt necromancy from fear, grief, or desperation. Those emotions weaken the boundary, and boundaries matter. Without them, something answers that was never invited. The second do. Protection is mandatory. Circles, symbols, prayers, these were not superstition. They were contracts. You define where the living end and the dead begin. The second don't. Never bind a soul. Binding creates echoes. Every culture warned the same thing. What you enslave in death will follow you in life. In practice, true necromancy was quiet. No armies of skeletons. No screaming corpses. Just candles, names spoken softly, and questions asked once. A skilled necromancer listened more than they spoke. When the message came, the ritual ended immediately. Lingering was dangerous. That is the final rule. Do not overstay the threshold. Because necromancy is not about power over death. It is about understanding it. And those who forgot that, those who pushed too far, became the very spirits future necromancers warned against. The dead remember how they were treated. And they always answer in kind.